Hello. Um, so, I've only seen 40 Doomsday once. Have you seen 40 Doomsday once?
I feel like I have seen it.
I think we've seen it back in our old house, which is a long time ago. Let's start with the positives. I quite like this retro First Doctor feel. So,
What do you mean by retro?
so what I mean by that is, back in the First Doctor days, obviously we've got a very similar TARDIS setup in so much as we've got the Doctor, 3 companions, a number of which want to get to somewhere, and the Doctor seems to be failing to take them to that place. Precocious children bombing around. We've also got that sort of old-fashioned Doctor Who, and when it started, we got the model shot, and then we had the TARDIS landing, and then they go, "Oh, where are we? Let's go and explore for a bit." That's a sort of a traditional old style of constructing a Doctor Who story, isn't it? Also, the TARDIS as artifact idea has come into play again. In so much as back in the First Doctor days, you would land on the planet and then either get stranded from the TARDIS, or the TARDIS would get nicked, or the TARDIS would fall off a cliff, or something would happen to the TARDIS. Well, there's a lot of focus on the TARDIS here, in so much as we've spent quite a lot of time bouncing around in it, a lot of whinging children, and then a frog tries to break into it using weapons and seemingly fails.
You shouldn't call him a frog, that's rude, just because he's green.
That's a salient point, and I was rude.
Shouldn't judge him by his skin colour.
So that's interesting. And may I say, Davison's Doctor is pleasing me, although it's weird how he's caught on the back foot times, unlike Tom, who is never on the back foot. Like, Tom being on the back foot was a cliffhanger, an end of episode 3 cliffhanger.
Yeah, but isn't it boring when you go into a situation and you just know that the Doctor's going to know the answer, and the Doctor will sort it all out?
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just a bit of a shock to the system.
Well, he's still quite new at being the Doctor.
Yep, that's true.
So he might not be acting in his full sort of capacity.
May I just say, this is the first story he filmed as the Doctor. There you go. So that may play a part there.
Can you hear the dog snoring?
I can hear the dog snoring. On the downside, it's quite boring, this.
It's not boring.
Go on, then.
What's boring about it?
I don't know. It's just like walking about, isn't it?
No. They've landed somewhere that's got interesting equipment and new people that they've met who clearly have a different agenda.
Interesting equipment. Oh.
What? Yeah, but it's all like, we come in peace, we are very civilised, but actually there's something nasty going on, isn't there?
Yeah.
So I can't wait to find out what.
I mean, the best bit is when the humanoids rock up at the end. The Greek, and then the Aborigine, and then the Mayan, and then the feudal Japan type dude. But I felt that was very understated, actually.
But we're still discovering. That's why it's a cliffhanger.
I suppose.
Look, all these people have come in, and look, now these two have come, but they're also the other people.
It just feels quite mooted.
Strange.
I don't know.
I think you're wrong.
I
think it's your brain.
My
I
brain.
think you're in a funny mood.
But that just goes to show I'm completely wrong.
I enjoyed it. The only thing I didn't like is Tegan's just like desperate to get back home. It's like you've had all these amazing experiences.
Yeah.
For me, I just can't believe that someone that's as sort of sassy and she's adapted to everything so well. She's become quite a leader, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Yeah, I just want to go home and be an air hostess." Like as if.
Yeah,
she wants to travel and be an air hostess. Well, dude, you're traveling.
Yeah, that's a very good
through
shout.
space.
The companion dynamic.
Nissa is just may as well be dead.
Oh no, I like Nissa.
What do you like about her?
She's not Adric.
Yeah, Adric is really getting on my nerves, but there's nothing about Nissa. You could just take her out.
Yeah, that's fair. That stuff about flipping girls and women and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Gee, man, that's just awkward. If the Doctor had been in the room at that point and hadn't slapped him, I'd have felt sad.
Slapped him. I don't think you're allowed to slap people just because you don't agree with them.
Metaphorically, then. Okay, fine. Okay, yes.
Okay, fine. It was better than fine.
Oh, I don't know, was it?
Joe, is this a story that generally scores well in the Doctor Who thingy?
I don't know.
Or is this a story that you've read is a bad story and now you've decided you don't like it?
Dude, I've watched Creature from the Pit and it was awesome. Leave me alone.
Why would you bring Creature from the Pit in? Creature from the Pit is like a really good story.
I was reminiscing about that with Winnie earlier.
I might have to watch it again.
Right, cool. See you later.